All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol NIO Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So NIO Inc. has actually been on that sideways direction. When you look at it from this point of view, it looks like it's in a bullish trajectory. It has been working its way up. It's been fighting the tug of war. It brought itself back up above the 50-day moving average, and it's slightly sitting above the 50-day moving average by a couple of dollars. Now, I do want to zoom out and see what's going on here. And after that hard dip here, we can clearly see that it has been in a sideways consolidation. I mean, there's been a lot of volatility, ups and downs, but it continues to work its way up slowly and working its way in the sideways movement. We're going to see how this continues. I want to go ahead and say thank you, and I appreciate everybody that took the time to comment yesterday their thoughts and how they see this chart. For those of you that say that you'd see it as a consolidation and it's going to continue to work its way up, that's awesome. For those of you that say that it's going to pass the $50 mark again, that's something that is possible. We're getting a lot closer to $50 again, and we're going to have to see how the bulls continue to maintain this momentum. If they do, or if the bears appear, which is what we're going to look at now, our new resistance levels and supports. And I really appreciate everybody's projections based off of your analysis and your research and your due diligence from other sources or your own beliefs as an investor, seeing this past $50. And I've stated, if you guys want to comment down below, what is it that you think this is going to reach? You're more than welcome to comment down below. I really appreciate you guys going out of the way to share your thoughts. And I just want every single investor to be aware that it's not just my voice in the videos. You guys all have a voice as well. When we're gonna continue to see how this continues to play out. So I really appreciate it as well, where we all collectively go ahead and talk about what our projections or what our price targets are, so that all investors are aware of what other investors are expecting and what they want to see and how this is going to continue. Now, I believe that NIO is coming through with innovation and a real product. And if they continue to expand outside of China and they go international and they continue to innovate their product, continue to deliver a good balance sheet and good income statements and profit margins, I believe that NIO will continue to grow and head towards newer highs. But we need to watch it closely, since what happened previously here due to the shorting and also the price targets that some other large companies and organizations that are analyzing and filled with experts on their team are stating some numbers that we're not even near right now. They're stating numbers probably 50% of what we're seeing right now, or down closer to $30 and so forth. So it's going to be important to pay close attention to the behavior of this stock and see where NIO is heading. But I believe that NIO could touch the $50 mark again if it continues to work its way up and the bulls don't get exhausted. They reappear and they continue to pull this through, and they need to continue to break through resistance levels to move further away from the 50-day moving average. But right now, based off of what we see, if you zoom out a little bit, yes, there's been a lot of volatility here. This actually went up like crazy, but here we are seeing some type of consolidation, even though there's a lot of volatility of sideways movement. And if that continues, there is an opportunity for the bulls to reappear, come in hefty and strong, and bring this up to newer highs. So right now we have 46.37 as our 50-day moving average. Super important number. As long as we're above it, the bulls are in control. The moment we're below it, the bears are in control. And I want us to keep in mind the lowest point of this bearish run, which was close to $40.53, and the highest point, which was way up here at about $54.20, just to round it down, give or take. You want to keep in mind those two numbers according to the volatility of where this is heading, to know that if it breaks through that point, it will hit newer lows. And if it breaks through this point, it will hit newer highs. But let's look at what's important for tomorrow and how this will play out. So the bulls want to break through resistance, but if the bears appear and they continue to bring this down where they're at right now at 48.22, their support level here, which is one of the points where this leveled off before continuing the run, was 47.11. Super important number to keep in mind and pay close attention to the behavior of this stock if it breaks through 47.11 and how quickly is it moving to newer lows. The reason why is because if 47.11 is broken through, the bears are getting closer to the 50-day moving average and closer to their goal. Now you're going to want to pay close attention to how this stock reacts between support and the 50-day moving average. Are the bears dominating and getting closer to get into bearish territory, or are the bulls reappearing and bringing this one back up to work their way up to newer highs and new resistance levels? You're still in bullish territory, but you're going to want to monitor and pay close attention and zoom on in to the behavior of this stock and how quickly is it pulling away from support towards the 50-day moving average, or are the bulls trying to reappear here if it breaks through 47.11 to work its way back up. Now, on the other hand, we have our resistance level. And this resistance level is super important because if it gets broken through and turned into a support, the bulls are doing what they exactly need to do to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. They're pulling further away from the 50-day moving average and they're breaking through the resistance that they need to break through. This is the highest point reached in this bullish recovery here throughout this whole volatility. And by breaking through that, they're on their way to newer highs. And I want to emphasize, the bulls need to break through this resistance to continue this momentum and this rally in the upward direction. So 48.92 needs to be broken through by the bulls, turn into a support so that the bulls can reach new highs, new resistance levels, and pull further away from the 50-day moving average. I really want to emphasize that. I want every single investor to be aware of that, because if that does not get broken through, and just to illustrate, and I apologize in advance for my terrible drawing, but if that does not get broken through and this just hangs out close to it and it's just going in that direction, the 50-day moving average at some point will catch up to the price and break through it, turning the 50-day moving average to be above the price. And now we're in bearish territory, meaning that the bears have leverage now to bring this down to newer lows and new resistance levels being broken through, turned into supports, right? So as we see that these previous resistance levels that were supports are going to be turning into resistance levels, and new support levels will be broken through. And as they get broken through, each support level turns into a resistance if it can't be broken back through. So that's something that's going to be important to pay close attention to. If the bulls don't accomplish that, the 50-day moving average could catch up to it. So 48.92 needs to be broken through. As always, to all my single investors that are coming through for the first time to this platform here in my channel, I want to say welcome once again. And if you feel encouraged and inclined to subscribe, please do so. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications. And that goes to all my subscribers and to all the viewers. Click on the bell if you haven't already so that you guys don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.